Hello again, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of people in the news in North Texas. My guest today is Jan Balakian, owner of the Pumpkin Patch, a well-known location on the corner of FM 1171 and Lusk Lane in Flower Mound. Thank you for being here, Jan.
Thank you for having me.
Please begin by giving viewers a brief history of the Pumpkin Patch.
Okay, I started the Pumpkin Patch way back in, I believe, the late 70s, maybe 80, and had it originally because the kids at one of the schools here in town where my mother-in-law worked needed a place to go for a fall festival, and we just opened up my front yard to it. So that's how it was born. It was one of those things that was a spur of the moment, and it just blossomed from there.
And it all began when you moved into this home in 1975.
That's right.
In Flower Mound.
Yes. Right? So
and Jan Balakian, this is your life.
That's
so
that's true.
That's how it began.
Yes, it's how it began, and we just it just evolved into something because are family oriented, because there's just so little of things to do with the family activities that are nice and wholesome.
And it became the Pumpkin Patch, which is a beautiful thing to see, certainly during the month of October, during the Halloween season, when you drive along 1171 and see that vast expanse of orange and on all that land, and so many people get their pumpkins and other paraphernalia for the holidays from the Pumpkin Patch. Now, your intention is to sell 2 of your 25 acres to CVS Pharmacy, which will provide you with the resources to continue the decades-long tradition of the Pumpkin Patch.
Right, that's correct. What I'm looking to do is sell it just the 2 acres, 2+ acres on the corner is just a little over. And that will allow me to be able to stay there and continue doing what I love. The Pumpkin Patch is literally my life. I've put every bit of sweat and tears in this. It just, it keeps me busy. It keeps the children happy. It just, you know, it's good for everyone. Everybody in town benefits from it, from the grocery stores to the restaurants, because we bring a lot of people into town.
And you need to make this sale to continue the Pumpkin Patch because you need the resources.
Yes, it was 5 years ago when I had to go through a divorce, and up until then I did the Pumpkin Patch free. So for almost 20 years it was strictly out of my pocket. Whatever was spent came from me directly. And when we started charging the $5 or $10 a carload, that covered my basic expenses. But still, I mean, it takes a lot to do this. Plus, I have almost 50 employees in the month of October. Wow. So it's not an inexpensive venture to just do. But I love it, and it's to me, it's my passion. And it's my God-given talent to be able to do something like this with the kids.
And you have some medical problems in your family?
Yes, my dad passed away last year with Alzheimer's, and his sister the year before. And I like to try to prepare for my own future, because I don't want my kids going through what I've seen my mother go through. I mean, that my family lives a long time. They're well into their 90s, 92, 93. But you live several years with Alzheimer's, you know, and after a while, it eats you up. It's just sad.
Now, I understand that the other 3 corners of that intersection have been sold and will soon be developed. Tell us about the CVS and, if approved, where it will be located. I think I've already shown a depiction of it here. It'll be...
It will be located in front of my residence, and it will be a nice buffer built in between us. And frankly, you know, since I live there, you know, just myself and my ranch hands, it won't interfere with my lifestyle. So if it's an imposition for anybody, it would be me. So I'm willing to do this so I can stay there and continue this that I've done for 26 years now.
And the other 3 corners that have been sold, 2 of them are for churches and 1 is for a charter school.
That's, yes.
So your property will actually be only one producing taxes for the town.
That's correct, yes.
Right. All right, so you go before the P&Z tonight, Monday, March 26th, and to the Flower Mound Council on April 2nd. What do you need from the town in order to follow through on your plans?
Well, I need to get them to approve this naturally, but I want people to understand that this decision wasn't taken lightly. I mean, this property's been in my family for 42 years, so it's not something that I go into without some deep felt, pains, I guess you would say, of growing. The number of people that are on the council and the ones that don't approve of this, so many of them don't realize that the location they're sitting on, there were variances and we had to make allowances, we had to make zoning changes, otherwise they wouldn't be here. And I look at the situation with the Walmart in Highland Village, where Diane had the same problem with trying to accommodate the landowners as well as the town.
Yeah, Mayor Diane Costa, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, she led the way for that. She was very strong.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, all the people who were against the Walmart, after they built this beautiful thing, and they were against the shops at Highland Village too. But look at it today. I mean, you have to have some vision. But if you're unable to get this done, what will happen to the pumpkin patch?
Well, I'll have no choice but to just sell it intact. And I've turned down offers a number of times because I didn't want to sell and move out. And even at this point, if I get the CDS and the house behind me, my daughter, of course, I'll deed it over to her because, I want it to stay in the family. I don't want this all sold and chopped up. So this is all I'm asking. It's just to give me the 2 acres on the corner so I can stay there and do this and enjoy what I do because, I love the kids and they need this.
Well, let me just add that in the written portion of this article, there's a form letter with information on where residents can email their responses, namely to the Planning and Zoning Commission and to the Town Council. And Jen, as we wrap up, I just want to thank you for the many years you've worked to add scenic beauty to our town and provided so much fun and recreation for thousands of families during those special times of the year. I sincerely hope that the town comes through for you now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you for watching.